Today, we are focusing on a feeling that, well, we know many of you share.
Hmm.
It's that deep, quiet frustration when you understand everything, but the moment you try to speak, your mind just goes blank.
It is probably the most common problem we hear from English learners.
Yeah.
It really is.
You can read a complex article, maybe.
Yeah. Or you can watch a movie without subtitles and you get the mere ideas. You understand them perfectly.
But then you're standing in front of another person and you need to open your mouth and just nothing. The words disappear.
That feeling of being stuck.
Yes. Of having the vocabulary right there, you can almost feel it in your brain, but you just can't push it out.
It's so frustrating. And, it can feel like a personal failure.
It really can. And we want to tell you right now, at the very start, it is not a failure.
Not at all. You are not alone in this.
Yeah.
And the most important thing, I think, that we need to establish is that your current English level, it's already good enough to speak.
That's a huge point.
It is. If you can understand us right now, talking to you, then you have all the tools you need to begin actively communicating.
So our mission today is to understand why this block happens. We're going to dive deep into the science of language learning
But in simple English.
in very simple English, and then we're going to give you specific, immediate, and actionable tools to break through that silence.
We are going to help you turn that quiet knowledge, the understanding you've built up, into active, fluent speech.
Right. We need to go from the knowledge you keep hidden inside your head.
To the voice you use out loud in the world.
And remember, the most important rule of this deep dive, making mistakes is okay.
More than okay. It's necessary.
Mistakes are not bad grades. They are not embarrassing moments. They are just opportunities.
They're simply steps on your road to fluency. So let's start.
Let's unpack this common problem, the difference between understanding and speaking.
So why does this silence happen? Why do the words disappear? We need to look at how the brain actually handles language. We learn language in two very separate ways. You can think of them like two different doors into a house.
Okay, two different doors. And we call these doors input and output.
Exactly.
Input is when you bring the language into your mind. So this happens when you read a book or when you listen to us right now. You are absorbing information.
Input is like filling a big library in your brain with books. You're learning all the rules, the history, the definitions of all the words.
And this skill, the input skill, has a name. It's called recognition.
Recognition. And recognition is, well, it's easier.
It's much easier. Think of it like a multiple choice test. We give you 4 answers, A, B, C, or D, and you just need to point to the correct one.
The answer's already there, right in front of you.
Right. Your brain just recognizes the word, links it to a meaning, and the process is complete.
But speaking is output. Output is when you take the language out of your mind. You are creating something new.
And this skill is called recall.
Recall. And it's so much harder.
It's the difference between that multiple choice test and, say, an open essay question.
Exactly. You can't just point to the answer. You have to generate the answer yourself, completely from zero.
So when you want to speak, your brain has to do many complex tasks all at the same time very, very quickly.
I mean, think about it. First, you have to have an idea.
Okay, step 1.
Step 2, you have to search your internal library, that big filing cabinet in your brain, for the exact words for that idea.
Step 3, you have to recall the correct grammar rules and put the sentence structure together.
And fourth, you have to send the signal to your mouth and your tongue muscles to make the physical sounds.
Wow. When you break it down like that, it's a massive job.
It is. And if you only practice input, just reading and listening, you're making your library bigger, sure.
But you're not practicing the physical action of finding the book, opening it, reading it, and then shouting the words out loud.
Exactly. Our brains actually use different areas for these jobs. There's an area for understanding and, a completely separate specific area for speech production.
So if you only train one area, the understanding area, the speaking area remains, what, underdeveloped.
It's underdeveloped. It's weak.
Think of it in simple terms. It's like trying to become a strong runner by only reading books about running.
I love that analogy.
You know all the best techniques, you recognize the names of all the muscles, but when you actually stand up to run, your legs feel weak and slow.
Because they lack the practice. They lack the muscle memory.
Right. And speaking English requires muscle memory for the mouth, for the tongue, and for that rapid sequence of recall and construction in the brain.
And that recall skill, the ability to find the word instantly, it only improves through active speaking practice.
But there is a second, even bigger problem that blocks speaking. And it's not about grammar or vocabulary.
No, this one is purely psychological.
It's fear.
Yes, the fear of making mistakes. And we need to spend some time on this because this fear often acts like a mental barrier. A wall that stops the words from coming out, even if they are perfectly ready. Many of us learned language in a traditional school environment.
And in school, mistakes were punished. A mistake meant a bad grade, or maybe you felt embarrassed in front of the whole class.
So your mind learned a very dangerous lesson.
What's that?
If I speak, I might make a mistake. If I make a mistake, I will feel bad. And over time, your brain creates a defense mechanism against this feeling.
Language experts call this defense the affective filter.
That's right.
Think of it like a strong shield, or you called it a fear block earlier.
A fear block. I think that's a great way to put it. When your anxiety goes up, when you feel judged or nervous, this filter, this shield, it rises up instantly.
And when that affective filter is high,
It blocks the flow from the understanding part of your brain to the speaking part. The words are there, the grammar is correct in theory.
but the fear stops the signal.
It makes the words temporarily disappear.
This is why you feel stuck. It's not a lack of knowledge. It's a sudden, powerful mental block caused by anxiety.
Yes. If you only speak in low-pressure situations like, say, talking to yourself, the filter is down. The words flow easily.
But the moment you face a real person, a boss, a customer, a native speaker,
The anxiety spikes, the filter goes up, and suddenly you can't find the word for coffee, even though you know it perfectly well.
so to solve this problem, the I can understand but I can't speak problem, we have to attack both sides.
We do. First, we need to build the muscle memory for recall and speech production.
And second, we need strategies to actively lower that affective filter so the words can actually flow.
The good news is that most people you speak to, they are sympathetic. They're on your side.
They're looking at your face, your tone, your gestures. They see your effort.
Exactly. They want to communicate. 9 out of 10 people are interested in your message, not your perfect grammar.
So you have to change your view of mistakes. Mistakes are the only way that affective filter learns that real-world speaking is safe.
Every time you speak and make a mistake, and nothing bad happens.
That filter starts to slowly lower itself.
Right. So to start speaking, we need tools. We need tools that help us manage the conversation right when that fear hits.
We need some ready-to-go phrases that act like a safety net.
A safety net, yes. Allowing you to pause, ask for help, or signal what you need politely.
Okay, let's talk tools. When the pressure is on and the words are stuck, we need immediate solutions.
We call these ready-to-go phrases, and they are designed to stop the silence and keep the conversation flowing.
So instead of practicing silence or, stammering, which only makes your anxiety worse.
You can use these tools to buy time and get the help you need from the other speaker.
Okay, so we'll introduce each phrase, we'll explain its function, and give a simple real-life context.
Yes. And we encourage you to say them out loud with us. We want to focus on context, not just, endless repetition.
Let's start with group 1, asking for assistance.
These phrases are crucial because they communicate clearly what you need from the person you're talking to.
Okay, phrase 1. Can you repeat that, please? This is so simple, but it's essential.
Maybe there was loud noise, or they just spoke too quickly for one sentence. You use this to get clarity.
So listen and repeat after me. Can you repeat that, please?
Let's try one more time. Can you repeat that, please?
So for a context example, imagine I am talking to you about a meeting time. I say the meeting is at 3.45 and we will discuss the market trends.
But you only heard 3.15.
Right. So you immediately and politely interrupt and say,
Can you repeat that, please? I missed the second topic.
that's clear, it's polite, and it's so effective.
Okay, phrase 2. Can you speak more slowly, please? This is for when the general speed is just too high.
This happens a lot with native speakers. They might forget you're learning and just speak at full speed.
Exactly. So listen and repeat. Can you speak more slowly, please?
Try to focus on a calm tone. Repeat again. Can you speak more slowly, please?
For an example, you're on the phone with customer service, and they are listing many steps very, very quickly.
Instead of panicking and hanging up, you use your tool.
You say, "Excuse me, my English is good, but you are very fast. Can you speak more slowly, please? Thank you."
And just like that, the pressure instantly goes down.
Now, phrase 3. I don't know this word. Can you explain?
This is a big one. Don't let one unknown word stop your entire conversation.
Right. Use this phrase to jump over the barrier. Repeat after me. I don't know this word. Can you explain?
One more time, very clearly. I don't know this word. Can you explain?
And for a context example, I ask you, what do you think about the latest prognosis?
And you don't know the word prognosis.
You just say, I'm sorry, I don't know this word prognosis. Can you explain?
And now you showed you were engaged, you learned a new word, and the conversation can continue.
Perfect. Now for group 2, buying time.
These phrases are so important for training the recall function of your brain.
Yes, they give you those necessary 2 or 3 seconds to find the word, but without that uncomfortable silence.
Okay, phrase 4 is a filler word. The filler word is, well.
Filler words are just natural pauses that buy thinking time. They actually make you sound more like a native speaker, not like a robot.
And we use well all the time. The key is to stretch the sound a little. Listen, we.
Now, you try it. Ill.
So an example. Imagine I ask you, what is your favorite book and why?
That's a big question. You need time to think.
So you start with, we. Well, that is a difficult question. I think my favorite book is about history because...
You see, that one single word, well.
Yeah.
It gave your brain the moment it needed to switch from input mode to output mode.
It's a really powerful technique. Don't be afraid to use these small sounds or short phrases to fill the gap.
Silence feels much longer to the speaker than it does to the listener. Remember that.
Okay, phrase 5. Give me a moment to think. This is for when, well, is not enough.
Right, when you need a longer, more structured pause. It's professional and very polite.
Repeat after me. Give me a moment to think.
Say it with confidence. Give me a moment to think.
Let's say your supervisor asks you a detailed question about a project. You know the information, but you need to arrange the ideas in English.
So you say, that is an interesting point. Give me a moment to think so I can give you a clear answer.
This shows you're competent, and it buys you real time to structure a short, simple reply.
This strategy prevents the stammering, which is often the result of rushing that recall process.
When you rush, you panic, and the effective filter goes up.
By deliberately pausing, you keep that filter down.
Okay, our last group. Group 3. Confidence and barrier breaking.
This group is all about setting expectations and reducing your own internal pressure.
Phrase 6 is, my English is not perfect, but I want to try.
And this is not an apology. It's a statement of intent. It tells the listener, I am focused on communicating, and I ask for your patience.
Listen and repeat. My English is not perfect, but I want to try.
Say it strongly, with pride. My English is not perfect, but I want to try.
So an example might be, you meet a new person at a party.
You can say, hello, I am excited to meet you. My English is not perfect, but I want to try to have a conversation.
What does that do? It immediately makes the other person sympathetic and supportive.
And that instantly lowers your own anxiety, which reduces the effective filter.
These phrases, they really are the keys to unlocking your active voice.
The focus has to be on the flow of speech, not perfection. Short sentences are your best friend when you're nervous.
Absolutely. If you're stuck, just take a deep breath, use one of these phrases, and return to simple, short sentences.
Simple subject-verb-object structure. That's all you need.
We have spent time understanding the input-output block and the fear block. Now we have to actually engage the speaking muscles.
It's time for our mini speaking practice section.
And remember, we are aiming for spontaneous speech. That means speech without planning.
We're trying to build that automatic recall ability. And you must say your answer out loud. Do not just think it in your head.
Okay, we are going to ask you 3 very simple common questions. We will give you 7 seconds to answer.
And if you need to pause, use your new tool. Say, well, or give me a moment to think.
Ready. Question 1. What is the first thing you do every morning after you wake up?
As in second pause.
Did you manage to say a sentence? Even if you just said, I make coffee, that is excellent.
That is a success. You achieved output.
And if you wanted to expand, you could say, well, I go to the kitchen and then I make coffee.
Remember that boxer analogy. You are exercising the specific muscle groups for speaking right now.
Okay, question 2. Do you feel afraid to speak English sometimes? If yes, what makes you most afraid?
7-second pause.
Did you start with a filler word that time? Something like, we. I feel afraid because I forget the past tense.
Perfect. By just articulating the problem, you are practicing active speech.
And it's so important to know that short answers are good answers.
If you can only say 3 words, that is still successful communication. Don't try to write an essay in 7 seconds. Keep it simple.
Okay, last one. Question 3. What is one thing you are learning right now? Not just English, but in your life.
7-second pause.
Very good. You spoke. That is the victory.
Every single time you use your voice, you create a new memory path in your brain that says, this action is safe and this action is possible.
Okay, now let's quickly practice using two of our new tools in a tiny role-play scenario.
I will speak to you very quickly, and you need to use one of the phrases to stop me. Ready?
Go for it.
Okay, so we need to finalize the quarterly report by Tuesday at 4:00 p.m. And the primary objective is to streamline the interdepartmental communication processes utilizing the new proprietary software interface.
What do you say? Stop me.
3-second pause.
Did you say, can you speak more slowly, please?
Or maybe, can you repeat that, please?
You did. Congratulations. You reacted spontaneously under pressure.
That is the school we are building. Practice reacting quickly, because real-life conversation doesn't wait for you to find the perfect word.
Practice allows the muscle memory to take over before that fear block has time to rise up.
We have reached the final stage of our deep dive, creating sustainable habits.
Because speaking is a marathon, not a sprint. Big goals can feel overwhelming, which only brings back the effective filter.
So we need to use the power of tiny habits.
Yeah.
A tiny habit is an action so small, so simple, that you cannot fail to do it every day.
The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to be just 1% better every day.
Exactly. If you try to speak for 1 hour today, you will probably fail tomorrow, and that failure will reinforce the fear.
But if you commit to speaking for only 1 minute.
That 1 minute is achievable,
Okay.
and that success builds momentum.
So we have 3 different challenges. We want you to choose only one challenge for this week.
Just one, and commit to it every single day, even when you are tired.
Okay, challenge 1, the 1-minute mirror talk.
Every day, you will talk to yourself in English for exactly 1 minute. It has to be continuous speech.
And the topic should be simple. Narrate your current actions. Say what you were doing in that moment.
So, for example, you are standing in front of the window. You say, I see the sky. The sky is gray today. I need to close the window because it is cold.
I am going to make tea now. I put the water in the kettle.
Why is this so powerful? Because there is zero pressure. The effective filter is completely down.
And you are training the recall function of your brain, linking your English words directly to real-life actions, not just translations in your head.
This builds that muscle memory for spontaneous, unplanned speech.
Okay, challenge 2, the 30-second voice diary.
For this one, you take your phone, open the voice recorder, and record a 30-second message to yourself. This is your voice diary.
What should you record? Well, talk about your plan for tomorrow or maybe what you ate for dinner. Keep the topic simple and personal.
Now, when you listen back, do not focus on finding grammar mistakes.
Yeah.
That is not the goal.
You are listening for only 2 things. First, clarity. Did I understand the message I tried to send?
And second, flow. Did I speak for 30 seconds without stopping completely?
The recording is physical, audible proof that you can successfully produce English. This builds immense confidence.
Does that effective filter, look, I can do this?
You can also use this recording to practice your pronunciation. Listen to a short audio, maybe a sentence from a movie or a line from this deep dive.
And then record yourself copying the rhythm and the sound. This is called shadowing, and it's a crucial tool for building accurate speech patterns.
Okay, final challenge. Challenge 3, the real-life interaction barrier break.
For this week, your commitment is to use one English sentence with another person.
This could be a friend, a coworker, a coffee shop worker, or a neighbor. Anyone.
Just one successful sentence. This forces you to cross the barrier of real-world interaction and risk-taking.
It can be so simple, like, have a nice day.
Or, if you need a specific piece of information, what time is it now, please?
The power of this challenge is not in the complexity of the sentence.
No, it's in the act of using your voice with another human being.
When they understand you and respond positively, your brain learns that real communication is rewarding, not scary.
And if you do challenge 3 every week, the effective filter gets lower and lower until eventually you are not thinking about the risk.
You are only thinking about the message.
We have to remember the core distinction we made today. You are learning English not just to pass tests or know rules.
You are learning English to communicate your thoughts, your opinions, and your feelings to the wider world. That is the goal of true fluency.
Your voice is valuable. Please don't keep all that knowledge and all those opinions trapped inside your head.
Start small today. Commit to your one tiny habit.
And remember that every successful minute of speech makes the next minute just a little bit easier.
You absolutely can speak English. Keep practicing. Thank you for taking this deep dive with us today.
And as you move forward, here's one final thought for you to mull over. If all human beings speak their first language imperfectly, full of ums and filler words and mistakes, Why do we expect our second language to be flawless? The goal is connection, not perfection. Go out there and start connecting.